Hello. So this is the first show with me only having one monitor. I returned one monitor, so we'll see how if I did this correctly. But hello, excellent. Thank you for joining. Yes, it's always good when to have coworkers streaming to have something else on while you're trying to get stuff done. So, like normal, this is just gonna be a listing show. Hopefully we have enough to get through it. And if not, then I'll just babble. I did go out today, but mostly I returned the equipment from my last workplace, and which included that monitor. So it was kind of a funny closure for at least a year because I'm going to be going back. I did do a little bit of thrifting of stuff I'll do today, and a couple of topics I have that I might talk about. Hey, Carter. Still have your Happy New Year? Hey, Tommy. Excellent to see you. Okay, so... Oh! And hey, Chop Chop. So the first thing I'm going to do is these little guys. These are clip clops. You'll often see them on the baggy wall. I think I paid $1 each for these. So, and I have sold them before, and there's a lot of 5. And we're going to start with that. Excuse me. Hey, Julie. Okay. So hopefully this works. Okay. So we're going to start with my main screen here. And I don't think I had any sales today, unless that's one. No, that's a message. So, and we're going to start with the clip drops. Hopefully it's still there. Yes. Sold. So I wouldn't call these a huge bolo. It's just something I picked up if I'm desperate enough. And this is actually my sale. For these ones, these ones are all princesses, but the ones that are guys are actually a little more valuable. And I got 5 of them. And 1 prince. Like I said, you're not going to make a fortune off of this. It's been very interesting trying to find enough stuff, because really I need to find that amount, and I'm going to have to get a little better in my sourcing. Is that all of them? Yeah. And I picked these up. I can't remember how much I paid. $4 or $5 or something. Okay. And these are well used. So, hello. Okay. So we have that. This living with one monitor thing is not good. This will not last long. Of course, I'm going to have to thrift the monitor. And if I do buy a monitor, hey, can you actually see what I'm doing here? Or are you just seeing, no, you can't because it's not shared. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, well, how am I going to fix that? Oh, that's so annoying. Am I going to have to, like, share the other one all the time? Because if I close it, where does it go? It goes back to my face? Yeah, but I want to show me doing the listing. This screen, so. Okay, and of course I've now forgotten how much I paid. Oh, this is already turning into a shit show. Okay. I've become privileged. I'm used to my dual monitor elite setup. What I'm doing now, what you can't see, is seeing how much I got last time. I'm going to ask 1999. 1999. So you're seeing this bit. And buyer. And one. Done. For a whole $20. And big face. Yeah, and on .com, because I find with Americans, they prefer seeing things in their own currency. And even though it shows, like when you do a search and it's on .ca, it shows it in the US currency for the main listing when it shows all the search results. But when you actually click on the listing, then it shows the Canadian price. And because the exchange rate, the Canadian price looks a lot higher. And I think it puts off Americans for buying and doesn't put off enough Canadians. And since you guys are like 9 times our population, I'd rather be on .com. Also, okay, we see you on the screen. Oh, hey, Shay. Doing toys right now. When are you going to test promoted listings to get them sales up? Never. Never. I shouldn't say never. I am the holdout. I am resistant to giving eBay more money for the same service. I am not convinced. Now, before we get into a debate, it really, promoted for me really depends on what you're selling. So, for example, actually maybe this is a good example. These clip-clop horses, if there's no one else selling them, let's just say there isn't anyone selling them, promoting is going to do very little, I think. And for every 1% you're doing, that's another 10% in their costs. And I'm okay with my lower eBay costs, slower turnover rate currently. So I'm not using promoted right now. Now, if I was doing something in a high competitive market where there's 50 other identical items, yeah, okay, promoted for sure, because you want to be seen above the other ones. But when there's only a few different items, I don't think promoted really helps that much. And a lot of people like to use rules like I'm going to promote 1 or 2% all the time. And if you're only one of 3, you're promoted. I've even seen people promote, and then I've seen search results with 2 results. One is theirs, and one is their own. The other one that's being promoted. It's kind of weird to me, but yeah, we are taking attendance, Carter. Paul wasn't here yesterday. Can't fight it, Carl. Promotions. Well, I would just like to thank everyone who uses promotions for giving eBay money and keeping it so they don't raise my costs. I appreciate the sacrifice that is given. Hey, Tracy. I'm already digging. Okay. So let's do some more. This is going to be slow. Okay. This is my shame from the other day. I sold a similar one, but it had no stickers on it, and I only have one with stickers. So obviously I sent out the wrong one at one point, which I don't like, because that is definitely in my personality type and seems to be increasing. So now, oh, hey, Don. List, yep. On AP. I'm too slow today to understand what that means. You can get a gold sticker. I'll send you a gold sticker. Hey, Mother's Mustache. Yes, you get a sticker. Sure, you can have 2 if you want. I'm sure I have one around in my dead stock somewhere, especially in all that jewelry. There must be one in there. Okay, so let's try and not screw this up. So we're going to do that guitar. Octane guitar. I even get close to the spelling. There it is. Okay, it's this one here. I used to find so many of these, and not so much anymore. I think people know about them now. And we're going to go with used. This one looks similar. In fact, is that even mine? No, because I would not write works. So one thing I've been thinking about is the value, the ratio of what I'm willing to pay versus the value of the item. And I was thinking about that because, as everyone else is, I've been watching shows on people, what they buy and sell. And sometimes I'm wondering if I'm being too picky on what I'm picking up, because I'll see people say, "Oh, I can make a few bucks off of this. I'm going to pick it up," and I'm like, I would never pick that up. Or in other cases, it's like, yeah, you're going to make $40, but the amount of work that entails, I would rather make $20 off something else that I can do 4 or 5 times for the amount of time and work that's going to be the other one. Okay, guns. I'm just going to make sure, because there's a dongle. Dongle. Let's get it off. So for the guitar, this one's good enough. And how much am I going to ask? Now, the prices for this stuff has come down quite a bit. Yeah, that's good. I hope you guys are seeing this. Good. So what did I say, 60? I want 60. No, you didn't see any of that. Okay. You saw just this boring screen. Damn it. Oh well. Okay. It's a joke show. Okay. Let's go here. Just one? Okay. Sounds good. Oh, auction. Yeah. I wish you would stay away from the complaining and the negativity, because I can't. I know you're not a huge fan, but I've gotten a lot of good information off Auction Professor when he keeps to, different subjects, like different items, rather than complaining about every little thing. But he does provide. I have gotten good knowledge off of him. I just get frustrated, and his show's so busy, you can't. You comment and they just can't keep up. Yeah. Oh, hey, Janet. Well, thanks for coming and saying hello. Okay, we're going to try another object and hopefully not screw it up. Okay, let's show the right side. Call of Duty. Tac turret. Mega blocks. Now, on Chris's treasure chest, which I think most of you know, but if you don't know, that's another Canadian seller, and he often talks about selling the Halo Mega blocks. And I picked this up thinking this is what he was talking about, but whatever, Call of Duty. And when I comped it, it was worth picking up. This is new open box. This stuff is still sealed inside. And let's try not to screw this up. Let's see. Is there a number on this? Yeah. So let's try this. When I was at the store, I would have just scanned the barcode. That works. And I paid like $2 for this. This one's even pre-owned. Okay, so here's the problem. Oh no, okay, this will work. This will work. Okay. I'm gonna ask $49.99. It's good. This is good. I was a little worried that it would have been open, but actually was everything inside was actually still sealed, which is sweet. And this is a good return in my opinion. Nice and easy. I have no idea what this means. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay, what did I ask? 50? 50. All right. List. It's another one and 50. Yeah, I remember you complaining about that before, Tommy, about how he just looked at sold. That's what I do. Like, I don't have to. I think for me, in my opinion, a lot of the time I'm looking for those surprise categories out there, and I don't have to have found something or own it or whatever to look. And yeah, you could say that he just hits solds for any category and then talks about it, but that's what I do, and I think that is a good way to find new things, especially for those of us doing a lot of thrifting and coming across random stuff. Oh man, there's one Call of Duty set that was pulled early in production and it's worth a chunk of money. Oh really? I usually like for the Lego or the Mega Blocks. Now I only look to see if it's this was cheap or sealed because it's just so much work. Oh, look who's decided to show up. That's weird. Because I took attendance yesterday and I've lost it. And I had a big X next to your name, Paul. I was very disappointed. Yes, he is. The AP. Yeah. Like I said, I like Auction Professor, but he does. I don't like negativity. I don't think it really helps. And often eBay makes decisions. Well, eBay should be making decisions that is best for them. And sometimes I find you have to give some of these companies a bit of leeway when it comes to stuff because they're not perfect either. Or things appear easy, but they're more difficult than they are. Okay. So let's try another one. We'll do this little guy. He came with another Harry Potter thing that I actually gave to my wife because she wanted it. So, and he was a couple bucks too. It wasn't a big flipping day. No excuses. Very disappointed. But you're 2 out of 3, I guess. Okay. So this is hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure this one is new in box. pocket, pop, lowered, more. This looks really cheap, so maybe I should have left it. There he is. Oh, wait. Not there. I'm so used to opening a new tab. That's the problem. C41. Okay, we're just gonna ask $14.99 and be happy if it gets it. Where are you? So I was talking about when you buy items and the value you want to get, and I know I use this rule, and a lot of people do, is the 1 to 4 rule, and I find that one works actually fairly well. So obviously, it doesn't work if you're like you're not going to pay a penny for something that sells for 4 cents, because that's a waste of your time. And on the high end, it can be a little absurd too. But I find if something sells for $40 online, I like to pay up to a maximum around of $10 as a general rule, depending on the work. And I find that works well. And also, when I say that rule to other people who are trying to sell me stuff, sometimes that kind of takes the emotion away. Because what I find is when you're dealing with someone who doesn't sell online, and they want to sell you something, and they find out it sells for 40. What they often come back with is, well, what's fair? Well, oh, it sells for 40 online. Well, give me 20, half, 50-50. That's the way I often find they go. And if it sells for 40 online and you buy it for 20, you're not going to make any money, in my opinion, especially if you're doing any work at all. So when I say to someone, well, especially even resellers, I find sometimes will ask way too much. So when, before we meet or we talk about an item, I say, well, I use the 1 to 4 rule. So if it's plus shipping, so if it sells for $40 plus $10 shipping, then $10 is about right. I say in advance, I'll pay $10. And that kind of, I'm not saying this is successful, is what I mean trying, takes away some of that emotion. Because even resellers are something like, well, you can get $100 for this, you can give me at least 50. Even they do that, even though there's no way they would pay $50 again for that item that they're trying to sell me to for $40, for $50. I mean, appreciate the platform. Anyone can create their own sites. Exactly. Like in terms of costs, eBay isn't that bad. Like I always say 15% is my eBay cost, but really it's a little lower than that. And yeah, okay. There's lots of annoyances, but anyone who's ever seen retail knows how much their margins are worse than ours. That being said, I like competition. I like the fact that Etsy has a lot of positive things about it too, and seems to be providing good services. Don't they follow the cult? Yeah. So I don't. To me, I never take personality into account when it comes to information. I'm much more interested in the information. And if they're providing good information, I can just look over that personality. And that goes with real life too, because, some of the thrifters I've met, some people are not appreciative, but I kind of have a thick coat when it comes to the way they react, because you don't know what they've gone through in their life, kind of thing. Now, I won't tolerate nasty stuff, but at the same time, if they're a little, angry or bitter, I kind of have to think about what happens if I went through their shoes, because I had it lucky growing up to be honest. Hey Harry, still haven't listened to my typewriters. I'm gonna be pretty desperate before I do that. Okay, so I picked up this board game a while ago. Even the price is still on it. $10. And I bought this a long time ago. And this is heavy. And I fell into the Canadian trap. And if there's any Canadians watching, you know the board game Trap, which is, this was French. And, obviously that's fine, but the problem is French board games don't still sell nearly as well as the English ones, simply because there's a bigger market for English. Nerd. I am a nerd. So anyways, so what I did is I'm going to sell the parts. And since that thing is so heavy and big, I almost prefer splitting up the parts. And I'm going to see if I can get $15 for each of these. And I got quite a few of these things. So we'll see how that goes. Boop. Okay. And boop. So this was Conquest. Look there. Yeah. And sold. And just show it. There's two versions of this game. Let's go used. I've becoming even more fussy with my board games now because they're taking up way too much room. Like I want to get $80. So this is not quite the same version that I have here, but it's pretty good money if you're willing to deal with all the parts. This is the one I have. But what I'm doing is going to, let's try that again. What I'm going to do is sell all the parts individually. Okay, Conquest. So parts for game. And for that, and parts for fire and Blue Army. The other thing, the other term I hear a lot people talk about is ROI when it comes to reselling. And like personally, I've never been a fan of ROI when it comes to flipping, because really, for me, the information it provides as a percentage is just not accurate enough, because usually ROI it's based more on a yearly return. And like if I say to you, well, you bought it for a penny and you sold it for $1, that's like a great ROI, but no one wants to do that. I just don't find it's that useful of a stat. That's my opinion. Okay. So that's marks from use. And then didn't do count because there's no way I'm counting all this crap. See pictures, which I hate doing, but I'm not going to spend the time to count all these pieces out. Because if I do that, it's never going to get listed, to be honest. It'll be nice to get rid of that big box. I always feel guilty, though, like throwing out those big boxes with all the board pieces and stuff like that. But what are you going to do with it? Like, I don't want to donate it and then someone has to, they get it home and find out there's crap in it, because I can guarantee you that Value Village is not checking to see if it's complete or not. French gravel, yeah, yeah. I know with the Two Dog Sticks guys, they fell into that trap too. The French version of games. It's a Canadian thing. Yes, you count. Watch out for the French stuff. Of course, you count. Yeah, you can count that. Okay, so that's another one. Another 15. Whee! And for those of you who like to nap, now is a good time, because I'll be doing a bunch of these colors and get this done. So this will be fast. And I only took one picture because you only need one picture. I think tomorrow I have an uninterrupted day of thrifting, so that'll be nice. Having to go and do stuff like at some point in the day is so annoying to me. It just interrupts things for some reason. All I can think about is that one event, no matter what time it's at. I really wish I was better at bargaining. Like say if something sold for 100 online and they want 40, and you want to get the max you want to pay is 25, how do you get there? Or how do you attempt to get there? Or when is it not even worth trying to negotiate? Because sometimes you'll see like someone asking a high price, and then you find out someone else got it and they paid so much lower than the asking price. And I wouldn't even bother, because, it feels like you're so far away from each other. But I know people say, well, just be unemotional, but I have gotten people upset when I've given them an offer they didn't like, and they did refuse it. Mm-hmm. Yellow. Similar. There's a lot of things out there that are worth buying just to break up. Board games are often one of them. Another one is kitchenware, kitchen equipment like blenders and things like that. The funny thing is, I have done it before in the past, and it is profitable if the condition of the pieces are really good. So, like with blenders, often the beaker thing where you can be worth money, just the bottom bit. Usually, as a Canadian, I just try to do take out the lighter stuff. With espresso machines, often the parts are worth more necessarily than the big piece. I don't know why I grew out of the habit. Kind of makes me want to look to see what else is out there, trade for parts, and look at solds just to get an idea. Coffee makers. Okay, Been listing off and on all day. Okay, cool. What have you been listing? If you can share. Yeah, no naps. I've been trying to get out of the nap habit. I don't think it's very helps me productive. Store shouldn't be busy with restrictions, I think. Yeah, I don't. With it so cold here, I think that's actually having a bigger effect, Angela. Because like when I don't know if you've had a chance to go into at the stores, but for me, it's like they're empty. There's not a ton of inventory, but there's very few people except for Tuesdays going as well. I guess that's acceptable. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if it really was that. My wife doesn't think it was, but I wasn't about to go test it with 1,000 other people going to get tested. You probably get it trying to get tested. A couple more exciting ones for the same game. Silver, gold coins. This might not seem worth it in some ways, but the amount of pictures I just took one. It actually didn't take that long to do all this, and if each one probably won't sell for 15, but even if they sell like 10 to 15, it's $100 for very little work. Okay, let's see, ice and who's the houses? Housing? Houses? Where are you? Yeah. And list. Okay. There's just one left here for this one, so I want to get that one done. And then I'm going to update the list. Markers. Yeah. And list. Oop. Okay, so that was, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 150 plus 50. That's 200. Oh look, this is bad. Okay, I'm gonna fix this immediately. Plus 20. Because that's way too cheap, and I don't want anyone buying it for that. All right. Also, I am the same way when I have something scheduled for any time of the day. Instead of being productive, I just sort of sit there and wait for the time to have to go. Me too. Can't stand it. Especially like, when you have to drop someone off for a flight or something like that. And it's like, you sit at your house for an hour or two because it's too early to go to the airport and it's so awkward. And it's like, I just want, even if they're dropping me off, I'd rather they just drop me off and then I'll read at the airport rather than that awkward sitting around waiting to go. But anything bugs me, like an appointment in the afternoon, screws my entire day up. Oh, menus. Oh, that's really different. That's fun. Yeah, good. Glad you're back. It's paralyzing. I know. I think for me, it's paralyzing because I'm terrified of forgetting about it. And because my memory is so bad. Okay, I'm just going to screw it up there. So I'm just going to. So that was 150, 200, 260, 280. Okay. It's important stuff. I got to keep this up to date. Joe, here he comes. Okay. So next. Yeah, these are kind of weird. These go. I bought these ages ago, but they didn't really sell. I was asking too much. Brush tips for Rhoda things for your teeth. I'm hoping this is still in the up here somewhere. Rhoda Dent brush head. That'll get us close enough. Actually, now I think about it, I think I have one in the drafts. Listing drafts. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Just add the photos first. There's 2 sizes, and I think I'm doing 10 of each. Oh, it'd be at the top. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Bought. Not sealed. That's a lot. 20. Okay. Box. So I'm going to say 2 different types / sizes. 10 of each size. And this is actually going to be quantity because I have lots of these. I'm just going to do 3 for now because I don't want to run out. And as for price, okay, you're not going to be able to see this because I don't want to blow that away. So Rhoda head I'm just looking for the comps just for those. Rotodent, by the way, can be quite valuable just as a general bolo if you can get them cheap enough. These heads are really old, though. Okay, of course it's not here. And then I go Terrapeak. Sorry, I know this is not exactly the best. Okay, I'm gonna have to guess. I don't think I'll get this, but if they sell for that, I'd be very happy anyways. And if they don't, then I'll spend more time trying to figure out the proper price. Yeah, I hate being late for stuff too. Yeah. Especially when sometimes personally I'm not the best at how long something will take, and that can screw me over. Yeah, restaurant menus. Yeah, that would be definitely something I would want to break up doing other things in between. And often I'll be super early to stuff just because I'm so scared of hitting traffic and then freaking out in traffic. Yeah, I find if you can do a short nap, but I don't like the way it was breaking up my day. Socializing will exhaust me the next day. It's funny. I'm so antisocial. I need a little bit. It's a very delicate balance for me. Nothing is bad for me. Too much is bad for me. Too much noise is bad for me. It's so hard to get in between. Hey, David. Awesome. Thank you for coming in again. It's always good. Yeah, I'm the same way, Don. Like it drains all that ability for me to deal with too much socializing, especially if there's like a lot of noise. Yeah, yeah, it always takes longer than you think. Yeah, when I'm ready to leave, I'm Irish goodbye. It's like we're leaving in 5 minutes, and I can be like super happy, really into it, and then all of a sudden, whoop! I just flip on a dime, and it's like I'm ready to go now. And it's not really predictable either. Drives my wife a little nuts. Okay, that's much bigger lot than I normally would like, actually, but whatever. This is Heroscape castle wall pieces. Also being in my death pile for a long time. That's just half of them. Okay. Did I actually make a draft of this? Nope. Heroscape wall. I don't think this is highly valuable, these pieces. Kind of like this. It might not even be a good comp. It's more like this. Okay, don't know what that means. Pieces. This. I would not pick these up again if I saw them, these wall pieces. Terrain pieces, yes. Let's see. 15 towers and 30 of the other things. Okay. This is also going to C41. I'm not even going to put in how many there are because it's fairly obvious from the picture. And like I said, this is just half of them. So if they sell, then I'll list the other ones. But until then, I'm not going to bother. And you don't see any of that again. Damn it. Okay. I'm asking $24.99 for them. There's 15 towers and 30 little pieces. Yeah, if they're that long, then you're not getting proper night's sleep. Like I remember you mentioning potentially getting a sleep test. I have to use my machine every night. I don't get drowsy during the day, but I can tell I'm not as awake. Yeah, Irish goodbye. That's what I call it. Hey, Sherry. It's funny. Sometimes I'm having a great mood, and we're the last to leave. I have no kids. No. I have a cute nephew though, and nieces. I do go sourcing every day. I love it. I love it for a few reasons. Um, I like seeing my thrifting friends. Um, that gives me a good boost, and I like we all are friendly and share what we find and um, share the excitement, and it's very positive. And but I just need a little bit of that in a day. I don't need a lot of it. Just like that 30 minutes, little small conversations, but I actually do need that. And I will do the not the most optimistic sourcing just so I can see my friends. Um, and I source every day, every weekday, not weekends, because I find the weekends really worth it, and I want to spend time with my wife. And but depending on the day, I might not do all the stores. So on a Tuesday, for example, I'll hit most of them, which is 4 or 5. But that's still only about 3 hours of my day. But I enjoy it. I love it. So to me, it's not a chore going thrifting. Of course, when you find stuff, it's great. And when you don't find stuff, it can get a little disappointing. You think you're never going to find anything again until all of a sudden you find it. But it does not tire me out. What tires me out is preparing for the show. And I really enjoy the show. But after this, I'm tired too because, you're on. So that tires me out a bit too. Dealing with crap that happens For example, today I got a message from someone who bought just a remote ages ago, and they said, "Oh, by the way, it didn't work." And it's like my sister said it doesn't work, and that stuff tires me for some reason. I don't have just online friends. Why have the online friends too? Like I really appreciate this, and this keeps me energetic too. But I'm the weird guy who talks to everyone at the thrift stores, and I have a bloody thick skin from doing BBS's way back before internet days, so I don't take things personally. I also like lots of different personality types. I'm off for a year, but I'm a programmer, and programmers can be a little different too. And I'm just used to different personalities, so I don't. Sometimes people can be gruff, but just because they're gruff doesn't mean they don't want to be friendly. And I've had a few people who are gruff to me at first, and now they're really happy to see me, simply because they realize I'm not out to do anything that they've had experience with before. And I'm always very honest. I always say things, don't show me anything you want me to pick up because I will pick it up. And they're okay with that. It's just much more open. I enjoy meeting new people. Like just the other day, a cashier was asking me if I was a reseller, and I said, "Yep." And she said, "Oh, I thought about doing it." I said, "You should do it." I said, the joke I always make when people ask me, I always say, "Can you take pictures with your cell phone?" Yes. "Can you put things in a box?" Yes. "Congratulations, you're an eBay seller." So I always try and encourage people to get into it. I don't worry about competition and stuff like that. Hey, Oksana, how's Toronto going? Oh, an hour one way to get near any source, and I rest on my way back. Yeah, I do that with my Tesla. I just put it on auto cruise and go to sleep. No. I can hit. I think how many do we have in Ottawa? 6, I think, plus 7 on the other side. So I usually hit. There's definitely stores I like and stores I don't like. Yep, I love. If you ever see me, come and chat to me. I always try and get a feel for people to see if they are friendly. Some people think like when they're reselling, they think it's somehow hidden, or like the stores don't know that we're resellers. It's like they know, and they're friendly. They're very friendly. I find the staff actually at Value Villages, on the whole, are very friendly. So, thank you, Don. I get that people think I'm working at the thrift stores because, like, what I do is I grab everything I think has value and then I start putting it back. And because I'm putting stuff back on the shelves, they think I work there sometimes. Yeah, competition, you'll drive yourself nuts. Yep. I often find, like, I've always said, I always find strangers will just start talking to me. I've gotten used to that too. Oh, I have a cart. Gotta get rid of the competition with your cart, right? Okay, we've got a couple of minutes left. Let's just do one last thing. And we're gonna the final one of these stupid things. So we'll do that, and then I'll do the final final tally. I'm pretty sure we didn't make it today, but that's okay. I already have one of these, so I'm going to use my other listing. I do appreciate everyone coming in and saying hello. Okay, this one is USA. I've sold none of these so far. So obviously, I am asking way too much. That's okay. I can always bring down the price, right? 1909 to 1940. I think I like almost all aspects of this business. Dealing returns isn't fun. Okay, this one has damage. So has damage, jump back. Perfect. And list. Okay, final tally. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I lost how much it was? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 200, 250, 300, 340, 320. So what I was hoping to get for this show was a total of 500, but we just got to 320. I'm just going to fix the banner, and then we'll look at the comments. So we'll do 16. And I can guarantee my math is wrong, so I'll have to figure it out after. It also kind of shows like how hard it is to actually kind of do this business, because for me, that 2,000 a week is kind of what I really need, and I'm struggling to hit it. But I'd rather have the truth than what I wish. Hey, Philly. You just arrived for the end. I talk to people in the thrift if I have a reason. Like, I just don't randomly say hello, but if someone's looking at something cool, I'll talk to them about them. Yeah, I do that exact same thing. I try not to talk to too many random people, but sometimes you get a hint that they're resellers. You go fast, put a lot of details in. Yeah, well, that's part of my lazy thing. I don't like putting too many details, because then, one, I have to think of them. Number two, I have to spell them. And number three, I have to write them. And also, I think people appreciate a lot more pictures than they do details. People don't read, in my opinion. Yeah, today I list lots of smalls because it's Wednesday and I get more desperate. And, Monday was a huge day, and a lot of the stuff I have requires a lot more time and testing. Yeah. I'm more of an observer. Used to be a talker, though. However, living 20 years in land, I became an observer, an intent to survive. Oh, I don't like that. Sorry about that. Hey, 18 listed, that's good. Yeah, I think lots of pictures are definitely good. It doesn't hurt having a good description. It's not going to happen. Hey, thank you, Shay. Thank you for coming in and saying goodbye. Yeah, I'm not worried. Yeah, it's measurements. That's why I don't do clothing. But condition is so much of a feel. Yeah, I like for descriptions. I just don't really think it's that useful to have a super long one. And I'll see, but to each their own, right? Like, if you want to write a book down there, write a book, right? Yep, Shay is having a live. I'll try and check that out if I can, for sure. Oh, you actually pay the extra money for more than 12 pictures? I'm way too cheap to do that. Yeah. But if it works for you, why not, right? Not long, just details. I don't like fancy filler. What I always find funny is when people have all these conditions of what they want the buyer to do. It's like, you shall not do this and this and this. And it's like, if I was buying for that person, all that stuff would be like, I'm not dealing with that seller. They're going to be a pain if there's a problem, and issues happen. Anyways, thank you very much, everyone, for coming in. I'll be back on Monday, same time, same place, and have a good weekend, and good luck with your sourcing and sales. Okay, bye.